Let's get it right together. We have Tyla Yaweh in studio.
Yes, sir.
That's the correct way, right?
Yeah, not yeehaw.
You know what Rihanna said it is actually Rihanna? She came out again this week and said everybody for years have been saying it wrong. It's Rihanna.
You know, when she first started, she corrected us. She came to Hawaii.
Yeah.
And I worked at the hip hop station in Hawaii, and she corrected and said how to say her name. And people still just kept saying it the other way, and I think she was like, forget it. Like, she was like, if I got to do that every interview, I'm going to be correcting people. Is that how you feel sometimes?
Yeah,
like,
so sometimes I'll just be like,
whatevs.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Listen to my music, it's dope.
Yeah, I come with positive energy no matter what. It doesn't matter.
I like it. Tyla Yaweh hanging with us, my guy. Thank you. It's Frankie and Tati, Gemma 95.7. And I'll tell you, I got turned on you with your single She Bad. When I saw that video, I was just showing Tati like the whole Michael Jackson vibe you pulled out.
Yeah.
First and foremost, what made you go with that road on it? And second of all, what was it like kind of redoing that video to seem Michael Jackson-esque?
Well, I just wanted to be like super, like I wanted to feel like we were back in the like time. I wanted to bring it back, so I just wanted to give people some entertainment. You know, I like entertaining people, so dancing is always something I always been doing since I was a kid. Yeah, and then just seeing all Michael Jackson videos, it was just like, yo, I'm talking about Michael Jackson, so it's like easy to make this like video look like a thriller type of bad video. So.
It came out dope. I mean, it caught my attention for sure when I saw that pop up on YouTube.
So I read somewhere that who your inspirations are, and you're young, Tyla. How old are you?
I just turned 24 like Friday.
Okay,
actually.
so
happy belated.
Yeah,
happy belated
Thank
birthday.
you.
You're young, so to say, Jim Morrison and James Brown, these are people who've inspired you. I think a lot of times people don't look farther back, you know what I mean? But all of that comes back into where the millennials are right now. And some do know and some don't. What was it about these artists that inspired you? What was it that they did how did it help you?
Like James Brown, like his screams was like crazy to me, and like he can dance, like he was just like dope, like the way he glide around the fucking floor. Well, my bad, I don't mean that.
You're good.
It's all good. You're good. We're on FCC regulated on this camera.
Okay. Nah, but like James Brown is just like he can sing. He just dressed however he want, and just
he had a strong sense of self too.
Yeah,
and he was just like
his personality was just like out there. It was just like. Yeah. So much self-confidence. And then Jim Morrison, he was just such a weirdo.
And embrace that, right?
Yeah, he's such a weirdo, and just like, it was like drugged music, but it was just something about him being free, and his poetry was like dope.
Imagine if he didn't pass away at the age of 27. Like Jim Morrison had years in front of him. Like it would be cool to sit down with Jim Morrison today and be like, bro, talk to me about your life and your stories.
Oh man, he's crazy. You ever watch like the Doors, Open the Doors, and like watching the Morrison Hotel like documentaries and stuff? The guy put people through some crazy stuff, man.
Right. So when you say he's a weirdo, do you think that sometimes people can say you're a weirdo? And what is it about the word weirdo? No, because I was years ago I was somewhere and someone was telling me, they keep calling these kids weird or weirdos, and like they don't understand it. So if someone says you're a weirdo, how do you feel about that? Do you embrace that? And like, what is it that's
embrace being weird? It's just different, and just like you're not in the box. You're just out there, just enjoying yourself and not caring about what anybody else thinks.
That's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
Especially in the music industry, because so many people try to confine to like this one little box, right? You step outside that you're weird, but you're also creating your own thing.
Just being yourself at the end of the day. It was just how you was raised, or how your outlook on life. And some people don't understand it. Some people will, I
remember talking to Post Malone a while back, and he mentioned the same thing, that people said he's weird. He's got the tattoos in his face, and he's got his hair the way it is, and he looks like a rock star, but he's trying to be a rap. You know what I mean? All this, and it's funny because you and Post are actually kind of homies, is what I'm hearing.
Oh, that's my best friend right there. So.
Yeah. And I can see, you guys are similar. You both have that weirdo vibe. It's a good thing, right?
Yeah, like with him, I think he's like the new version of Johnny Cash, or like he just has this, it's just himself, like he just plays video games, he makes good music, he likes traveling around the world. It's just normal human. He just likes to dress differently from everybody.
He's a dude from Texas. Of course, you're from Florida. How do you guys get connected?
Actually, I opened up for Post like 2015, was it 2004? Like 2015, like the beginning, right when White Iverson like blew up.
Yep.
And I opened up for him actually twice, and then I met Dre London at like that same like the both same times and stuff. And then I finally moved to LA like a year later, or that same year I moved to LA, and then I run into Dre and then Tess, and that's my manager, and Bobby. Like I run into them, and they like really like love what I was doing, like my music. And actually, like I didn't think I was gonna be here like right now with all these people, like with Post and everybody. He's like the biggest rock star in the game right now.
For sure. So, you guys can do a record together? Is that something you guys talked about?
Definitely. We just work so much. We're on a world tour right now, so it's like we're just constantly on the road doing festivals and always
making that money.
Yeah, you gotta get to the money.
So you're 19 years old. A lot of times people will watch these interviews, and you know they feel like, you know,
I'm 24.
I want to go. 24. Well, you were 19. Hold on, I'm sorry, I didn't finish my sentence. Let me finish the beginning. You were 19 when you moved to LA, and a lot of times there are young people that watch this. At 19 years old, moving to LA, and just now you said, I didn't see myself being surrounded by these people and doing what I'm doing right here. But you still came. You still like jumped. I mean, people say that all the time. Like, you just gotta make that jump. You know, you moved to LA and you want a life in music, and now 5 years later, you're hanging out with big names, and you are on your way to being the big, you know, a huge name.
Thank you.
But you didn't see that, and you still jumped. What made you decide, like, you know what, I'm just gonna go, like, even if you didn't foresee it?
Well, like, I'm from Florida, and Florida's crazy, so it's just like...
Yeah, it is.
We talk about Florida every single morning.
All the time.
There's always some stories. Talk about crazy.
Like,
Talk about crazy.
I would have been like dead or in jail if I was in like Florida. Like,
yeah.
It's just like the lifestyle you choose out there is just, it would come right back to you.
Man.
So I just like decided to just dip. Like, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm going. Like, I knew, like, my dream, I always could manifest something in life. I always knew I could, and I always did. And whatever I did in life, I always just made something happen. So I just moved. I was like, I'm going to LA, and my homie, one of my best friends actually, Jomi, he like still travels with me all the time. He comes everywhere around the world. So it's like, he dropped me off. Like, he's like, bro, like, you know what, I'm coming. And we stayed in an Airbnb for like a month, and he was just dropping me off out there. He wasn't moving out there or nothing. And then like the month was up, then he was like, "Yo, like, I gotta go," and he dropped me off from Venice Beach.
That was it.
I had like a few $100 to my name, and then like a skateboard and a backpack.
You were living out of your car, weren't you, for a minute?
I first slept outside first, like straight outside, like on Venice Beach, like. Cold as fuck.
How long you did that for?
Sorry, again.
That's why it's all good.
Man, I did it for like a good 4 months, and I like figured it out.
You know, that's what I love. Tati and I always talk about this too. There's so many people that want the prize, right? The prize at the end. And they think that the journey, like, you know, they see Tyler, they're like, man, look at this guy. He's an overnight, you know, he's a star just out of nowhere. Like, man, no, it didn't just happen. You've been on that grind for 5, 6, 7, 8 years. You slept on Venice Beach for 4 months without a place, without a roof over your head. There's so many people that want it now. It's like that story right there. I love
it's crazy
that.
Because while I was doing that, I still had like a internet fan base and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I just like, yo, I have something. I just got off a tour. Like, I was like, I seen United States already. Like, I'm like, all right, it's time to go somewhere else. It's just go back and be in the same place in Florida and probably get in trouble or do something crazy that you're not supposed to do. You know? So I was like, yo, I'm gonna do it. Like, I seen Jim Carrey's story. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go.
Yes, his story's crazy, living in the woods,
in your
right?
Car story, right?
Yeah, like, I'm like, yo, if he did it, anybody else can do it. And like, I figured it out real quick because I'm a hustler. I'm like, and I ended up having a crib right after. Like,
your friends, your family say they're proud of you for making that move, for doing that.
Of course, they inspire them to go do something. You know? So.
I was gonna say, what did your family say? But I mean, when you said you were gonna go
out
there with nothing, right? See, because you gotta make sure you say
yeah.
that first, because a lot of people feel like, you know, they won't do it because family and friends will be like, "Don't do it. That's crazy," you know. But
my mom knew, like, she knew I was crazy, but my mom always knew that I was like
determined.
Yeah, she's like, yo, you don't listen you never listened as a child, and like you just always did you and always made something happen. And
now it's happening.
Yeah.
Now you're getting that bag, you're getting that money, doing the festivals. You got music, you got millions of views on YouTube. I mean, it's happening, right?
Yeah.
The kid that was sleeping without a roof over his head a few years ago is now.
It's there.
There.
And I just want to show everybody around the world they can do the same thing, no matter what you can do. So
talk to us about your album. When's that coming out?
Actually,
February.
I just dropped Heart Full of Rage in like a few months ago, and it's going crazy. Now, that was actually a debut project. It's not an album.
Right?
Everybody
think it's an album.
It's like we call it a discovery project.
Yeah, that's what I was reading.
And so people can like discover my music and show people what like I am about right now.
Right.
What I'm like. I just want to give people my story. And now I'm dropping Heart Full of Rage 2 probably end of the year.
And that's the actual full album.
Yeah, that's gonna be an album.
That's what's up.
Okay, can I get to know you even more? Can you close your eyes? Good vibe.
I fell for this trick once too.
No, I wanted to read what was on his eyelids because we're talking to him and you can't see, but it says good vibes on his eyelids. And I like asking people, you know, when you get tattoos, there's a story behind, and sometimes there isn't a story. You just did it because you like it and you was like, I just wanted to put this on there. But, like, you get good vibes on your eyelids.
Yeah, I was in Sweden when I got these done. I just got done off a show, and then I got good vibes because, you know, XXXTentacion was actually one of my close friends.
Oh, okay.
And he had bad vibes on his eyelids, so I just wanted to just give...
It was an homage to him, kind of a...
Yeah.
With your take to it.
Yeah, I just wanted to put some good vibes out there.
And then this one says R.
VR, Very Rare. That's actually our group too. Members only, Very Rare.
Got it. And then you got the...
Broken Heart.
Who broke your heart?
No one.
Tyler, stop. Who broke your
I
heart?
collect the broken hearts.
I thought he was going to shout out an ex. Okay.
Tyla Yaweh, my guy. Thank you for popping in. It's always
you guys
cool
for having me here.
It's cool to see artists like you again humble. You know what I'm saying? I always say this when you get that song that is #1 on the charts and you are so big that you know you're doing stadium tours. When you come back and see Frankie and Tati, don't forget us, okay?
Bro, come on.
He's going to do so many of these. He's going to forget us instantly. Wait, no, actually, he's not going to forget us after the Kleenex box.
Yeah, we got a little
do
fun over here.
We're gonna have fun with that.
What's up with the Kleenex box? What is this? You gotta explain that.
We're gonna have some fun.
All right. Tyla Yaweh, my man. Thank you.
Thank you.